Hi guys, I'm back again in Hazel's room and I'm going to show you another web-based music making uh, application or product or whatever you want to call it. Um, this one is one of my favorites, but it's also one of the deepest. Hi Hazel, can you say hello?
Hello.
Um, it's one of the deepest, meaning that it has the most options, and so it can be kind of daunting to actually control. This is a type of algorithmic composition called WolframTones. So the website for that is tones.wolfram.com. And how it works is, as you can see here, it says an experiment, a new kind of music made possible with the Wolfram language, a new kind of science. So how it works is it is an algorithmic composer. That means it has certain rules that are told to the computer or given to the computer, and then when they're given to the computer, when you press play, it generates the music. So as you can see, it says music style, the algorithmic control, which we'll talk about in a second, the instrumentation, the type of percussion, the pitch matching, the time, and then that's it. So let's go through some of what these are. Styles are styles. We talked about these in classes. These are the different sounds for music. When I say sounds, it's really a family of sounds. It could be rhythms, it could be the way melodies are used, it could be the instrumentation, it could be the feel, whether it's a straight beat or it's a swung beat. It could even be uh, the kind of use of loud or soft. It really depends. These aren't even really set in stone. It's not like there's a book somewhere where there's absolute definitions of what some of these things are. But I mean, most of these are things kids are at least familiar with to a certain extent. I mean, some of them are kind of up to what the listener and what the creator thinks these styles or genres actually are. So then we'll skip this because we're going to talk about this in a second. We get down to the instrumentation. This is what instruments are in your piece of music. So you've got guitar. Right now it's a nylon string guitar, but look at it, we got all of these. Yeah, guitar. Let's just stick with guitar nylon. We also have things like xylophone and tons of other instruments that are found in standard instrument libraries on a lot of keyboards and stuff. Keep in mind, these are all keyboard produced or synthesizer produced. They're not going to sound exactly like the real instruments because you would need expensive sampling equipment to do that, or you'd need an actual xylophone to make that happen. So here we have samba as the percussion. Let's change this to keep it easy.
Where are the bed?
Oh, it looks like your toys fell down there, down onto the ground. We'll keep it on a major scale.
Yeah, I want to get it.
You can get it. Good job. You can do it all by yourself. And we got, 120 beats per minute, 4 notes per beat. This is the tempo. So this is kind of telling us that it's 120 beats per minute, which would be 2 beats per minute, or double the speed of the second hand if you're knowing your time. And then there's 4 notes per beat.
I got it.
You did, good job. And then the duration is how many steps, how many times are we going to repeat this pattern. Now we get up to the seed and the rule type. This is the actual algorithm rules. Algorithm are the rules that the computer generates. That they generate the music from. These are the rules that the computer generates the music from. So if I go ahead and press play, right now using this, that's what you got. You have 120 steps or 15 seconds. So let's just reduce this so I can show you how the duration changes. So now it's only 4 seconds. Okay, or you can go all the way up to 30 seconds. So right now we're going to keep it at, let's just make it 64. 8 seconds. If you change the scale, there's tons and tons of scales in here from all over the world. Some of them are traditional scales that you learn in Western European music education, things like the major scale, the minor scale, when you start getting into high school and college age theory, or I suppose middle school theory if you're really rocking it. You get into some of the other scales and modes, as they sometimes are called. And then we get all the way into like Indian, that I do mean India, the country, not Native American, and into other ones. So like we get things like, let's just change it to like Lydian. Put it on this and see if it's different. Right now it's the same. So let's pause it. But let's vary the seed. So now varying the seed makes the music styles change. So let's change it again. So now it's this. See, it added those extra notes. If I play it again, you'll hear for a second it'll go boop, doop, doop. Good job, Hazel. Now you can also add other instruments. So I'm going to add jazz organs. Usually sounds pretty good on here. Oh, we just have percussive organ is what they call it. And let's add it. Let's say eighth notes, and then let's add clavinet, and we'll just pick something random here. How about rhythmic? Now we'll go back up here. Now what is this vary the seed? The seed is what is actually planted into the computer, and then it grows the music from the seed. That's the best way to look at all this. Different, if you're a gardener, different changes to the environment change how the plant grows. And that's what algorithmic control does for music. So let's vary this. And as you can see, it's actually changing this up here. We can even vary that. And maybe change this. There we go. And now let's see what we get. Right now it's because the quarter note is just on this. Let's have it be 4x4 off loop. Give it a second to load. There we go. Sounds pretty sweet, just like that. But you know, these can all be changed. So like this one now, the clavinet is on polyphonic length 5. You can vary the seed again, get a different piece of music. Sometimes it takes it. Yeah, there we go. Or you can just straight up change the style. So I'm going to change it to R&B. Now some kids will be like, whoa, why does it sound like that? Well, you still have the scale set up a certain way, and then you can change, you know, this stuff. If you think the speed is too fast, like right now it's at 92, well, you can change the tempo down to like 76 now, and I'm going to change the scale to one of the more Western European music education, more pleasing sounds, which would be things like major or minor. So let's just do major for now. It's thinking. Sometimes if you do too much, you got to give it a second to start. You can also vary the seed again. There we go. See if it'll play. Hazel likes this one. And if you're like, I think that there's too much going on, well, you can limit the notes. So like I'm going to take out these two and just have C, E, F, G as the musical pitch scale. As you can see, when you do that, it starts telling you that there's no scale available. And that's all right by me. Let's add A. The music itself should have a very similar rhythm. What do you think of, oh, I like your puppy. How does the puppy song go? It's silly. So that's that. WolframTones is exceptionally deep. You could really spend hours working on it. And the issue, of course, is that this extra effort sometimes can really throw kids off where they're like, no thank you. But it can really at least give you a starting point where you could come up with it and have memories. And then here you get download. And you can download it as a MIDI file for use in programs that use MIDI, which is a type of music language or code. You can download it in MP3 WAV or FLAC. These are all audio files. And then play it back. So then you would then have your loop ready to go. Oh, thank you. The puppy gave me a kiss. Hopefully this should help you with WolframTones. Have a good day.